I'm Sarah Hitchings. I'm the proud principal at Wagner High School. Wagner's coveted Flying Pig, which stands for Person Inspiring Greatness, is this little guy. He's actually quite heavy. And he was a gift given to me from some of my friends back in 2015 when I got my doctorate. And he's been flying through this campus for 6 years now. For my first year that I had him, he really just sat on my assistant principal's desk as a conversation piece. And then when I became principal in 2016, I decided he would become our traveling trophy. So I gifted him for the first time, again, way back in 2016, to a teacher who was doing amazing things. And that teacher had to select the next recipient the following month, and so forth and so on. So he's went to several outstanding members of our school community. He goes to a person, it can be a teacher, any classified staff member, member of the leadership team, who is just really inspiring greatness for our school community. Mr. Justin Woods, our Social Studies Department Chair and also our IT and Law Academy lead teacher, presented me with the Flying Pig in March. I was floored. First of all, I was a bit angry at both him and Mr. Pettigo for breaking the rules. It's never supposed to go to the principal. But I was also really appreciative. It came at the right time. Even as a leader, sometimes we need a little pick-me-up, and I did feel like the grind of the school year was kind of coming down on me. So it was super refreshing, and I greatly appreciated it. Mr. Woods had amazing things to say about me. I honestly had to go back and watch the video because he was saying such nice things. I was embarrassed and kind of tuned it out during the initial presentation, and I went back and was just floored by the compliments he gave me. A few things that stand out is he continued to say the word care and giving, and that really meant a lot to me. I do believe that leadership comes from love. It may sound cheesy, but to be a good leader, you have to love your job, you have to love your students, you have to love your staff, and I genuinely do. And so for him to recognize that, it made me feel great. Wow, this task of picking the next winner is no joke. I really wanted to give the Flying Pig to the entire Wagner staff. Our teachers and our staff have just been doing a tremendous job, especially these last 2 years. I mean, the general public, no one has any idea the heavy lift that education has been, and Wagner teachers make me so proud. Again, throughout this pandemic, we've asked our teachers to shift to asynchronous learning, then synchronous learning, then let's bring the kids back on a hybrid schedule, then let's bring them back this year as if nothing's different and everything's different. And every curveball that's been thrown at our Wagner staff, they just knock it out the park, and I'm so happy to be alongside them. However, I'm not allowed to give it to the entire Wagner staff. So I did select an amazing teacher at Wagner. I do feel like this teacher flies under the radar a bit. What's great about being principal is I have a bird's eye view of everything at Wagner. I see all 3 academies. I see all the various programs that we have within this building. And this teacher lives in somewhat of a little niche in our building and serves a very high need population and does it with grace. The April recipient of Wagner's Flying Pig is Miss Ricky Kate. She is a transition teacher in our moderate to severe disability unit. Miss Kate exemplifies our mission at Wagner, making all students college and career ready, one Wildcat at a time. She does this every day, but right before spring break, I really saw a clear example of this when I had the distinct pleasure of serving on the panel when her students defended their backpacks and their readiness to be successful in post-secondary life. She has 8 of her 10 students who are graduating this year, and they defended, and their defenses were amazing. Miss Kate did everything she possibly could to support her students. She had a student who was nonverbal and needed voiceover. She had a student who needed a sign language interpreter during the defense. Whatever their needs were, she made sure that she set her students up for success. The defenses were amazing. The students were so well prepared, but I think every member of that panel knew and could recognize that Miss Kate had done so much work behind the scenes to help her students get to that moment. And not only Miss Kate, but the other teachers and the instructional assistants down in that unit did so much to let their students shine. And honestly, it's symbolic of what Miss Kate does day in and day out. Our MSD unit doesn't really get the spotlight a lot. We celebrate kids getting scholarships or winning athletic competitions. And she and her team just work tirelessly for a population that has great needs, and they don't always get a lot of the recognition. But again, behind the scenes, she does whatever it takes to support her students, and again, just let them shine. And boy, did they shine. I have got to share with everyone one example. They were all great, but just one example of a student from Miss Kate's class and his backpack defense. I know that this will put a smile on your face.
Okay, everybody, this is me labeling, testing folders. This is Emily, who's not here today, and this is Brooke and myself helping with labeling the folders. And this is me all by myself. Oh, Brooke is standing next to me labeling the folders, beginning of the school year. And this is me and Katie putting water bottles to get ready for a basketball game. And this is me all by myself putting the water bottles, the same thing over again. We are getting ready for a basketball game at Wagner High School. So, last month, I host the Black History Month program, and this is my co-host, Jamia. I was welcoming everybody to the talent show on that day. And let's go down. This is me and my best friend, Robbie Shalon. We're making Valentine's cards and making bracelets for the nursing home. And this is Robbie and me by myself. Brooke is behind me. We was making bracelets. And this is the Valentine's cards. This was beginning of the school year. And next slide, please. Me, every day, I will say this for one last time. I'm going to miss Wagner!
Thank you, Miss Kate, for being an amazing teacher who gets out of bed every morning and comes to Wagner and brings your very best self to support your students each and every day. And you do it consistently with a smile on your face. You're a pleasure to be around, and you're an inspiration to all of us.